tell you a story about me and you.
Daniel looking to the inside! Martin looking for the outside for the better exit! Can't wait to see a photo finish! Daniel goes in! Makes the move! Can Martin hold on? No, he can't! Is it gonna be a photo finish? I don't think so! Daniel Williams is winning it at Monza! Oh my God! And here we go! Ian Latson fitting on the inside! Marlon Young on the outside! It's 3Y! 3Y on the front straight. Jaden Harrison all over the rear of Danny this year. Danny has just a couple of corners to go to call it victory. Jaden Harrison, he needs to dive at this time. It's a desperate dive, but he needs to keep it clean. The only driver that can challenge Raul Prince-Hafner on the back straight one final time. Cale Knapp, the Jamaican, needs the ultra run of a lifetime.
And we are back! Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are from. I'm your host, Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and it is time for round 2 of the 2023 CMRSC Race of Champions. What a round we had just 7 days ago at the Lausitzring for the DTM World Championships. Shifting gears now to the BTCC Legends Championship, and what a series we had just a couple months ago. Our closest series we had yet, where Sean Lee came out on top in this, the Audi A4. Who's gonna take it today, though? It's two drivers we're gonna be focusing on. Gabriel versus Luca Andretti, our modern day Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton. Who's coming out on top? Live soon. Love listening to these cars go around the circuit. We are live here today at Croft Circuit. Of course, Croft is featured in the BTCC calendar. Just another of those famous tracks, as well as in lineup with Silverstone, Donington Park, Holton Park, you name it. Croft Circuit is a classic. It's one of the oldest tracks we got out here. And with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in free practice, the drivers getting their last bit of warm-up here before we get into the action. Now, just to remind you guys, because it has been a couple months since we did run BTCC, I'll let you guys know how we run things around here. So, first up, we're going to be heading into a 10-minute qualifying session. All the drivers are going to be on track. Luckily, it's a very, very big circuit and a lot of places to let everyone through, so we're not going to get much traffic around here for qualifying. 10-minute session, then we head into a 30-minute race where all these guys are going to be determined by qualifying. And that will set the grid up for the race. 30 minutes of action. Whoever comes out on top, that is going to tell what the reverse grid is going to be. Since first place is going to be relegated down to last, and last is going to be getting up into first. Yep, we have a reverse grid coming up next after the 30-minute special. 15 minutes of racing in a sprint race, but just to add a little bit of a twist, because that's what we did a couple months ago, the drivers are also going to be having a bit of weight on them. So it's not going to be your typical reverse grid where you just got the faster drivers who are going to make it up into the top 3 within 2 laps. Nah. That ain't gonna be like that. Instead, the drivers are gonna have to carry, at least the winner is gonna have to carry over 50 BOP. With the driver in second taking 36, then 30, and then so on. So not just they have to start at the back, they have to start at the back with a weight penalty. So it's gonna give a big chance to the drivers in front who may not have the best of the first race, or don't really see them in the top 3 as much, a chance at glory. Anything can happen, and last year we had ourselves one of the craziest finales where the championship 3 were literally tossing up in the top, in the bottom 10, essentially. Literally fighting in 9th, 10th, and 8th. Sean Lee, Cole Bradbury, Luca Andretti. Those guys are all down in the depths as you had drivers up front like Moranti and Danny Nasir fighting for that race win. And we're going to get that similar type of glory out here today. But the two drivers I'm going to be very interested to watch. After last week, it was Luca Andretti who came out on top, but it's this week where Gabriel dominates the timing sheets. So it'll be very interesting to see what he does out here. This time out, it's his second race out here, his first race. I will say there was a lot of improvement needed, but the driver is going to be doing a lot of work out here. And he's been very fast. I'll say that. The man from Slovakia. As we watch a couple other drivers with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this practice session. Make sure if you haven't hit that subscribe button if this is your first time tuning in to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, as we are on our way to 500 subscribers. Thank you once again for 450 that we hit last week out. We're going for 500, baby. We are one of the fastest growing groups. Of course, we started just 2 years ago. The amount of championships, the best moments we've had. Some of the best drivers all around the world. Not just the Caribbean, even though we call ourselves Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Let's take a look at Moranti on board with him now. Hopefully he doesn't teleport to the pits. And take a look a bit on board. Let's go driver's eye, in fact. And take a look at those steering inputs. Moranti. And just this track in this car, you gotta be very, very smooth around here. Croft, it is forgiving. I will say that. A lot of places to run off. There you just see very open track. But there's really just one line to take it. Especially in these cars. Very easy to lock up the tires. Should see a couple more drivers coming in for qualifying as well. Of course, the drivers do have to re-enter the server, which we will have to as well. And there we see, oh, just clipping in the grass, saving it though, these front-wheel drive cars. Power to the front of the wheels, so if you do clip that back end there, mash that throttle, and chances are you might be able to save that car. The Audi's really good at that. We did see it a lot, prevalently, in that championship back in May. Let's join into the Discord. Let's hear what the guys are saying as we get into this one with 20 seconds to go in practice. All right, just to let you know, we are live.
Lock up.
So 3 seconds to go, and that is going to be practice complete. Moranti's still on a lap out here. We're going to stay with him as he's 6/10 off in that first sector. Very tricky to get right. It's been very competitive in that first sector as Moranti has had enough, going to take it into the pits.
Guys, we need to re-enter the server or what?
Correct, yes. Yeah. So you guys are free to leave now, and then I'll let you know when the server comes up.
Okay. I forgot that you do this for the series.
Yeah, you will have to do this twice.
No,
yeah, just yeah, watch the thing.
No.
Yeah,
my chair almost fell off.
Your chair?
Yeah, my chair almost fell apart.
There we see Andretto.
Is it held together by duct tape?
Doing a 1:22.6.
Exactly.
There we go. That is it done.
And crash in the race.
Andretto got absolutely sent.
You're off the track.
All right, guys. If you're already in the server still, just leave, and I'll let you guys know when to come back in.
Yeah.
We see Van Dorn in the chat. Hopefully, I get a good chance. Hopefully, get a good race today. If I have some time, some point in the coming weeks, I'll return and join you for a race. That'll be awesome. Of course, we do have a GT3 where we did see some good action around there coming up in about 2 weeks' time. And yeah, that is your practice so far. And those are what the times look like. So Andretta with a 1:22.1, followed by Gabrielle with a 1:22.1 as well. 14 thousandths the difference between the top two drivers qualifying. Don't go anywhere for it. This might be your last chance to grab yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, and sit cozy, because this qualifying session is about to be taken up to another level. The rivalry is just slowly being brewed as the coffee beans grinded up enter the machine. It's all about to brew down here at qualifying. I'm very excited. We send it to standby as we now enter into the qualifying session. Session up, session up. 2 minutes of just quick warm up, and then it will go straight into qualifying. If it doesn't show a warm up, I'll just restart the session once we get everyone in, and then we'll start qualifying properly there. Alright, it does say qualifying started, but I will be restarting the timer, so don't worry about going out just yet. We're just going to wait till everyone gets into the session. I'm going to give out just a minute warning into the Discord chat.
Am I able to do a warm-up?
Yeah, sure. If you want to do a warm-up. The times are not going to count because I'm going to have to restart qualifying.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, so if you want to come out now, if you want to practice your starts, or do a lap or two, it's okay. But I will be restarting qualifying, but you can stay in the server for that.
Okay, can we join the server?
Yes, server is up.
Okay, let me refresh. So the same, right? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, the layout only changes after the first race. All right. Into the server now as we see the drivers doing a bit of warm-up. We're gonna give you guys just 2 minutes. So qualifying is not started yet. The drivers are just getting a bit of warm-up as we allow anyone else to hop into the session. And then you see Luca Andretti looking very feisty. I think he's one of the first drivers out on track. Of course, we're just doing a bit of a warm-up. Checking the chat, we do see. Let's go. David Biros.
So, my question is that we are not pitting, right?
Yeah, there's no
mandatory.
mandatory pit stop, so it's just racing to the end.
Yep.
All right, just about 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds until we get into qualifying. You'll know when we start once we restart the session, and then when everyone gets teleported to the pits, he'll be able to come back out.
My bumper.
Let me just hit you one more time. It's fair. Thanks.
Oh my goodness. Bit of action going on back there.
My brakes were not
20 seconds away. All right. We're gonna count it down. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and qualifying has begun. Good luck, guys. Here we go.
Oh, we are going?
Yep, qualifying has begun.
Okay.
All right, let's see who takes it on top. Now, this session, I've been very excited for all week. Anyone can take pole, but the main two I'm focusing on, Luca Andretti and Gabriel Cheek. The two drivers out here that I believe that could be in it for pole. However, there are so many drivers: Marlon Young, Dylan Moranti,
Have fun, everybody.
David Biros. So many
Same to everyone.
drivers in it for that #1 spot. Let's try our best to make sure we don't use voice chat that much. To respect all drivers who are focusing on a lap. All right, so Andretti is going to be the first one we take a look at out here. And the timer, as it ticks down, it's only 10 minutes the guys have to set in their fastest laps. They should get a decent amount in. So head down for all of them. Good luck to them all as we watch Luca Andretti to give us the first lap. The lap that everyone is going to be chasing as he gets onto the front straight. Let's be in this hot lap. So, crossing over the start-finish line now. As he looks to turn one, this is the part where you can gain so much time. How late do you want to be on the brakes as he gets down into third gear? Not that close to that first tire wall. Quick flick to the left and a right, long right-hander, I should say. And then as we enter the chicane now. Once again, how close you want to get to those tire barriers. Even the littlest of bumps can really affect your time as we go down the first straight. 100-meter marker we're going to be looking for as we brake right at it. Down into second gear, Luca goes. Third gear, second gear, definitely works for both. Really one kind of line you have to take through that corner. That's a flick left and right. Flat, flat, flat. Shifted into 6 once you straighten up that car. Flick it to the right once more, and then right on the brakes as soon as you get that corner complete, down into 3rd gear. I usually keep it into 3rd. Let's see what these drivers do. Luca is going to keep it into 3rd, shift it up into 4th, using all the exit curb, even a tire off of it just about, but the track limits are still legal for him. Luca in the complex, the last couple of corners in this 3rd sector. 2nd gear, mounting over the curve over there. 1 to go. Down in 1st gear, a little bit wide on corner exit. Short shifting up in the 2nd gear. 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. His time, and the drivers are going to have to compete with. It's a 1:22.5. Next up, Moranti, I believe. That should be in it for another time. Looks like he's backed off just about from that lap. So this one's not going to be a fast one. Comes across the line. Yep, nothing to write home about. As we see Danny Nasir, he has put in his lap. It's a 1:25.7. Moranti, unfortunately, going into the gravel, and he's going to take that one into the pits. David now on track. As well as Gabriel is going to be beginning his lap. Martin Webster as he flies through on his out lap. As well as Marlon Young, both teammates at X-Play, but there's no teams. No team championship, no team points. And Beerus driving at the speed of light. Well, we will see how fast the speed of light is compared to that 1:22.516. Let's take a look at it. If you've noticed in the leaderboard, there are a couple drivers with a trophy icon. That's, of course, our Race of Champion qualifiers. Those are the drivers that are in the playoffs, who are all fighting in a separate points categories. David, a little bit of lag for him. Now, he has been struggling with a bit of lag over the week. And so far, we have been monitoring as best as we could. And luckily, it has not been jumping that much. So, as David gets onto the front straight, now we're going to see what Beerus does as he gets across the line. Marlon does a 24.4, but Beerus is going to do a 22.6. So, a 10th off of Andretti's time. Take a look at where Gabriel is as he's coming around the final corner now. Our 3rd driver on here. Let's see what he's going to do. Can he take out the top 3 as he comes across the line? Yes, he can. He goes fastest with a 1:22.325. Provisional for him, but Luca Andretti is half a tenth quicker. Danny Nasir yellows on track. He's on turn 1. And he takes it to the pits. Andretti, we're going to watch his sector 2 now. This is going to come across it. Entering into the complex now. Still that half a tenth up. And half a tenth in the 2nd sector. It's looking close. Can he clear Gabriel? Maybe a 1:22.2, I'm guessing. Good line on the final corner. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Can Andretti steal that pole position? Provisional. Can it go to him? Yes, it can. It's a 2:52. So a good lap from Andretti. David, not so good lap from him. He's going to wind it up around the final corner, get a good exit. Try that one again. Moranti off the track. He's going to take it to the pits. Marlon Young, a 24.4. Martin Webster, still on that lap, but he's doing a 25.2. Danny Nasir, he's up there. But in P6, he's fallen down on the times earlier. He was P2. Moranti as well, struggling in this early qualifying session. I know he could do a 22.5. He has done that in practice. Flies through. Andretti goes quicker in the 1st sector. Oh, but Beerus, 3 tenths off in the 1st sector. Gabriel now around the final corner. I think his delta is now going to get updated. As he comes across the line, he's going to start a flyer. Oh, no! Webster!
That's my bad.
Webster and Martin and Andretti contact. And yeah, Martin Webster, of course, the driver in front always has that right of way when you're doing fastest laps in qualifying. You can't impede him. And looks like Luca was going quicker. and unfortunately has caught up to him. Has that costed him a chance at this pole position? David now still struggling to get that time up. And no, he's going to enter it into the pits, fuel up the car one last time, go up for the final run. Take a look at any other drivers, any active deltas, don't see any. Oh, as Gabriel slides it off the track, has he caught up to Danny Nasir? Very interesting. Andretti now. 28 thousandths just off in that first sector. But he is still on pole. Very crucial. Now, very interesting as we keep watching him. Let's take a quick little look at Gabriel as he comes across the line now. Still struggling to get a lap down on the board faster than Andretti. Now, Luca, he's a 10th off, almost 2 tenths.
Danny, if you are on a bad lap, please move over. Okay.
Not too sure if Danny is on a slow lap, but is he going to let through Gabriel as Luca comes out of pits a minute 14? I don't think he can make the line. Watching David now as he's coming around the final corner. Across the line, still nothing. Oh, Moranti off the track. That's going to be his qualifying complete. Danny is also on a lap, just to let you know.
Yeah, but he lost like 4 seconds. Come on.
All right, there you go.
Doesn't
Danny
matter
has...
anymore.
Yeah, watched it. You're good. So Gabriel, a little bit frustrated for the moment, but this is going to be it. His final lap. Andretti, I don't think he'll be able to set another lap. He is nowhere near that line. Veras 4 tenths off in that first sector. We watch Gabriel. On board of Gabriel, let's check it out. He's going faster. Where is David? David, that's gonna be qualifying done. Checkered flag is out. Moranti, Webster, they're done. Taking a look at P1, Andretti. Has he made it to the line? I'm not too sure if he did, but we're gonna keep our eyes on him. David now, as he comes across the line, can he take down the top 2? No, he cannot. He improves in the final sector, but a 22.9 cannot take it. Gabriel, we watch him now as he enters into the complex. The last couple of corners as he's going to enter sector 2. He's going faster. Can he take it down? Can he take down Luca Andretti? Around the final corner, racing to the line. Has Gabriel done it? Has he taken pole position? Yes, he has. It's a 22-0. In the dire stages of qualifying, Gabriel has done it. Gabriel has taken pole position in his second attempt here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. What a drive from him. Awesome qualifying. Congratulations to your top 3. That's Gabriel, Luca, and David. So Gabriel, congratulations as your first pole position.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, awesome stuff. What a qualifying, guys. Catching our breaths now. Amazing session. Wow.
Is Martin not racing, Marlon?
Nope.
Are we going to ask you guys to head out the server now and to hop in the feature race server? So similar to what you guys just did for practice.
Is it the same server on racing?
When we restart it, yes. That'll be in a minute and 10 seconds when you guys get that next server, and the qualifying will be The qualifying is already done, so when you guys enter that server, that's gonna have a warm-up session of 2 minutes. That session doesn't matter about anything, it's just a warm-up. And then we head into the race. So yeah, 50 seconds until that comes up. Wow. We're gonna let the drivers talk amongst themselves for that one. And that is our one and only qualifying session for the day. Wow, what a lap time from them all. We saw at the very end, Gabrielle taking pole position. Take a look at that. 2/10 faster than Luca and Dretta in the dire stages. I was wondering, Luca did have an encounter with Martin Webster. I said, was that maybe the breaking point? It might have been. It might have been. That is your qualifying done. The race coming up very soon. Don't go anywhere, guys. Session is up, session is up. 2-minute warm-up, 30-minute race coming up now. Free to join into the server. As the drivers come out on track now, they just have a minute of a little bit of warm-up.
You say you're doing 46 liters?
All right, so this is your warm-up session. So this is your chance to do a little bit of practice starts. Make sure your strategies are set. Well, not strategies, just your fuel in the car, as there's no mandatory pit stop in this race. So make sure you guys have the right tire compounds that'll take you through the whole race. It's a 30-minute race. And yeah, make sure you guys have fuel all set and ready to go. And we see in the chat a little bit of rivalries going on. All right, guys. Well, of course, it's not up to you guys to decide who's the best. It's up to the best of the best on track to decide that for you. I already know where you guys have your money on between David and Gabrielle. We're gonna see on track. Anything can happen, right? You could see a little dive bomb up the inside that could take anyone out. Any incident on track could change the perplexity of this race. As the timer expires in the warm-up session, the driver's unable to make a full lap. All right, you guys are gonna have 1 more minute. Just about 45 seconds until the session advances into the race session. And that is when you're going to be on to the grid. Oh my God. All right, and that is actually going to be it done right there. All good. All right, 1:18. The cars are so excited. I believe they're bouncing. Yep, they are. Look at them go. Every car is so excited. You can see them there, itching to get onto the track. They are quite literally... they are hopping for excitement right now. Oh, this is too good. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so we're gonna get this one underway in 47 seconds. A couple drivers have calmed down. Looks like Danny has chilled out. This is what it looks like when you have a little bit too much sugar. 35 seconds. left to go before we get on to the grid. This is going to be a very, very crucial round out here. Of course, every round is, but this is a race.
Cars bouncing up and down like crazy right now.
Yeah, Chris have a little too much sugar.
I'm getting dizzy in the VR.
All right. The 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club BTCC Legends Championship. It is round 2, Race of Champions, and it is next. Just 1 minute to go till we get this one underway. If you're tuning in now, I'm your host Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. It is time for the second round of the CMRSC Race of Champions. It's BTCC Legends, baby. Everyone is driving Sean Lee's championship winning Audi A4. And with 35 seconds to go, this is going to be a very crucial race. 50 points on the board. If the race winner can defeat every single driver and come out on top in both races, 50 points will be awarded to that man. With 22 seconds left to go, we look at the drivers on the grid and we say our final good lucks to them.
The Max Verstappen, all right?
All right, good luck, guys. Good luck. And just a final little thing.
Billy's trying to join, so I don't know if you want to...
Yeah, we're not able to restart these sessions.
Okay, yeah.
Good luck, guys. Just remember, there are no cautions whatsoever. And here we go. 5 lights. And they are out.
What?
Correct. Yep. Second race. Here we go. They are all off the grid. And with a 30-minute timer, we go racing. David getting an absolute monster start. Luca being pushed out wide. Gabriella to the inside. Gets the move done. On Luca Andretta. What a start for him. A driver from the Czech Republic jumps both drivers and puts it into P1. In the background, there we see Luca Andretta trying to look up the outside of Gabrielle. Of course, a second battle going in the background. There you see Moranti and Young now side by side into the chicane complex. Marlon backs out. Dylan into P5. Gabrielle now trying to hold off Luca Andretta. These two guys are going to be fighting each other. This might give a chance to David for him to check out of the hotel and absolutely send it. Oh, looks like a bit of contact from Gabrielle. From Luca into Gabrielle. Down the braking zone now. Oh, and Danny Nasir.
Right for me.
Contact from him and Danny Nasir. Dylan lets go of the position and they go back racing.
Sorry, Danny. I didn't touch you on my screen, so I don't know what happened.
Lap 1 complete. And this race is just getting underway here. Wow, we unfortunately lost Martin Webster. Due to a bit of issues on his end. So unfortunately, we are down to 6 competitors out here for BTCC. But I don't think the numbers mean anything. Because if anything, every time we have low competitors over a race weekend, it always means action going on. As Luca looks to the outside once more, Gabrielle still holding him off. This allows David to absolutely check out of here. As Gabrielle pushes Luca to the outside, they go side by side into the chicane. Luca gets the inside. Pushes Gabrielle off wide, cannot get the move done. into the next braking zone. He sends it up the inside. Little more contact is made between the two. BTCC, this is touring car racing at its finest. This kind of bumping, this rubbing, all of it is just completely normal. Luca, aggressive, trying to get to the inside, cannot get it done. And there we see Moranti getting the move back done on Danny Nasir. We have a rear camera, yes we do, on Gabrielle. Switchback of dreams, can Andretti get it as they race down to the line? Cannot. Luca tucks back in. We go for another lap, 27 minutes. Gabrielle, a great defensive drive, but unfortunately he's focusing on the wrong race. He's just not looking at the driver ahead. He wants to make sure Luca is staying behind him. It's an intense and feared. So much rivalry going on between these two guys, and it's just getting better and better.
Diego, if you can catch up, I won't make a move.
What have you said?
If you can catch up to the leader, I won't make a move.
Yeah.
And there you go. A little bit of team orders, which is not really a team order, because Luca is said he will back off if Gabrielle can push up to the front. So both drivers have decided to settle their differences to the side to catch up to David. David is going to be like, no, what are you doing? Fight each other. David now is going to be on his heels in a moment if these two guys actually do work with each other, if Luca is not held up. We're going to take a look at these lap times as they come across the line now. A 1:23.9 from David. 1:23.3, 1:23.4.
Just drive.
Luca is just saying, shut up and drive. Oh my god, shout out to Rihanna. Both of these guys are really hunting close now, trying to get up to the pack up ahead. Smart decision, says Steven. I agree. You never see that. These are drivers who they have such a good rivalry with each other, and they're going to put their differences to the side. And you hear over that team radio, they're talking to each other. They're communicating. There's no disrespect. There's nothing coming from any of them. But, hey, it's every man for himself. I wouldn't be surprised if Luca can potentially swerve Gabrielle, and maybe when he catches up to send a dive onto Gabrielle. Can Gabrielle trust Luca? It's a game of Among Us now at this point. Luca now, what does he do? He has all the power at the palm of his hands as we see David just lacking just a bit. Just a note to P2 and P3. We understand that David is lacking, so keep an eye out on that as well when you are overtaking and getting close to him. It's just a little bit of lag that happens now and again, but keep your eyes peeled for it.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, if
we'll lock out for it.
Right, if it gets worse, we will deal with that. But as for now, we're gonna keep him racing. So yeah, so just letting the drivers know that there is an issue. We're gonna let them know. But as for now, it looks like Luca has backed off to allow Gabrielle to start pushing. Meanwhile, Marlon Young has found himself in a lonely P4 early on in this race, unfortunately. We did not have a lot of drivers turn out here today, despite a lot of drivers practicing. But for this championship, the drivers are allowed one drop race. So in this championship, their worst result, or I guess a result that they don't decide to race, for one reason or another, they are free to drop it and it won't affect their points tally. So that's good for a lot of drivers like Jaden Harrison, for example, as Sean Lee as well. But as we were talking about that, looks like they were able to close up that gap now, and Gabrielle has closed up to David. All right, well, this is where the racing is going to get interesting. Apologies for the flashing black that you saw on your screen there. That's just the camera moving as we have slightly different angles of this one. Now David is going to be fighting for this lead now to hold on. Look in the chat. Surprise, especially coming from Luca to team up. Yep, very interesting. Once again, I don't know if it's a swerve. We do not know what is up Andretti's sleeve. But we do have a different race on our hands as Gabriel. He looks to the inside. Oh, he's committing maybe. David has lost out on the apex. Gabriel has not taken advantage, thus allowing Luca to push up just that bit more. This is your battle for the lead. 3. Fantastic quick driver. Yep, copy. Yep. Looks good. Looks good now. Remember, it's just like little blips and then it goes back to normal. Great awareness from the guys. Gabriel looked to back off. It's something that we don't want. We don't want the lag to be affecting these kind of races, but you know, we're trying our best out here to allow everyone to race, but when we have issues like that, it's very hard to monitor. That's why we really want everyone to have a stable connection. Meanwhile, as we say all this, Andretti's so close up on Gabriel. Does he go for a move? Maybe. As it stands right now, all of them are going really good out here. Good fun train. 123.3, 123.2, 123.0. Luca is the fastest out of these drivers.
Oh no,
More
dude,
lag
no.
coming from him. No!
He lagged just right into me. Come on.
Gabriel.
That was
That's
RIP.
That's GG.
And unfortunately, it has struck.
Yeah, my car is Assetto.
Sorry about that.
And lag has struck, and that's just not what we want to see. That's a bit unbelievable there. Quite unfortunate from that lag. That's what we didn't want. That's what we didn't want, man. Damn, that really robbed us as such a good battle. I mean, is Luca and them gonna wait up?
Theoretically, yes. Practically, no.
Yes.
Well, there's our confirmation.
Practically also.
There's our confirmation that I don't think we're gonna be seeing that. That is so
Are
unfortunate.
you
We were
scared
robbed a
little
bit.
of fighting?
Nope.
Well, my car is destroyed, so it doesn't even, you know.
Yeah, Luca was in prime position. What would have happened if we didn't see that lag? Unfortunately, yeah, that's just what we didn't want. We just didn't want that, but we're gonna continue to monitor it. Between them, it has cleaned up itself, but yeah, a bit disappointing. But once again, 20 minutes left, and we already know that Gabriel's a very quick driver. He could catch up to the front guys very soon, and David is also just as quick. Marlon Young starting to lose touch to P3 up ahead. As he pushes on. So a bit of rear damage coming from the back of Gabriel as we are now finding out on the server side. However, he shouldn't lose any pace, honestly. A little fender bender. Doesn't hurt anyone. Take a look at this, though. Moranti has found himself closing up this gap between himself and Marlon Young. Now, this does help the point situation for the Championship 7, as the positions and the finishing positions are the only thing that's counted. No weak points, no pole position bonuses. The Championship 7 only have to deal with the finishing result of races only. So, as it stands, as we see Marlon Young going a bit too slowly, might have got caught out on the curb. Dylan is P2 right now in that Race of Champions spot, with Danny third, but unfortunately last right now, but stays where it is. He could take home provisional pole to start it off in the front row, the second race. Meanwhile, Moranti now on to the outside. Marlon defending the inside. How long can he hold on? Oh, it's contact between both of them! Both drivers may be turning in! And both drivers are off the track! Moranti's gonna be kicking himself. That's the second incident! He's found himself in! Where's Danny? There he is, and Danny's gonna say, adios, amigos. I'm out of here. P5 for Danny, P6 for Moranti. Moranti, what is going on? He was able to put in 22s over the week, but not finding his footing out here. Meanwhile, Danny was able to get past Marlon Young. Is Marlon potentially waiting up for Moranti? Of course, both of them went into the corner. I don't think it was really anyone's fault there, but if they're gonna let each other through, we'll be fine with it. Looks like they're just gonna resume their battle out here. Danny Nasir now included. So now we get to see 3 cars out here. So originally we were watching the top 3. Now we get to watch the bottom 3. Very interesting out here. These 3 drivers are very quick in themselves, but I will say not as fast as the top 3. I will say, just judging on those gaps between each of them. 17 minutes left to go in this one. Almost hitting the halfway mark as Moranti. I think he understands now 2 incidents to his name. I don't think he wants a 3rd one. Looks to the outside. Can he get a switch back as Marlon focuses on Danny Nasir's corner exit? Can't get it done this time around. Meanwhile, if we look on that mini-map, I'll just drag it up here so we don't see that little cut warning blocking the map. We can see there, looks like Luca has just about been able to stretch the gap a bit. As they all go through the snake section. Looks so cool. That's Marlon Young a little bit off the track. Moranti up the inside. Now it's going to turn into the outside. It's going to be very tight. As Marlon let him go. Looks like Dylan has gone a little bit too deep. Can he circle it back around? No, he cannot. Dylan tucks in. Looks to the inside. Now to the chicane. Has to back out. The door was closed. Great fight between these guys out here. Danny Nasir able to check out. So similar to the beginning of this race. 9.1 the difference between Gabriel and David. Now Dylan around the outside. Can he get it? No, he cannot. Luca asking Gabriel what that fastest time was. So Danny goes so deep. Has he allowed Marlon Young to go through? Danny Nasir maybe watching his rear view mirror a little too much. Side by side on the front straight. Don't tell me he's gonna make it 3 wide. Don't try it. He doesn't. Danny holding on still. Marlon running a little bit deep. Oh, and it's contact. No, and all 3 drivers are off.
Close. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Danny Nasir holding off. He did. It was a good defense. Unfortunately, Marlon Young was the driver who got to the rear. All 3 drivers were off. Wow. Unfortunately, again, Dylan Moranti has caught the worst of it. These 3 guys are giving us such a grunt show out here, but unfortunately, no moves can be done without contact. Oh, Marlon Young running wide. A little bit shaken up once more. These guys are really putting in their all out here. Door-to-door action, a little bit too much, I'll say. So you're gonna have to close up the gaps now. Meanwhile, as we look at the gaps, 7.8 the difference between Gabriel and David. Do we see maybe, I'm predicting maybe in about 5 minutes time we could see striking distance between the 2. And then, yeah, you see Dylan getting sent facing the wall again. But he has found himself his friend once more. And it looks like both of them are faster than Danny. So that is on the bright side. It's not over yet for both Marlon and Dylan. As they head into T1 now. Very violent on the curb is Moranti. Marlon getting sent out a bit wide. Dylan's going to decide to try to use that slipstream to his advantage as they enter the straight, clipping the first curb in the grass. Gets off of it. Racing down into the next braking zone. This is where Marlon has been missing his apex a couple times. Has it happened again? Nope. Looks like Dylan this time is the one who tried to predict it, couldn't get one. 7.1 the difference between Gabriel and David. Of course, don't go anywhere, folks. Up next, it's the reverse grid, where we go a different layout. I'm just gonna give you guys a little hint of what that's like. As we watch through Luca and Dreda, this turn right here will turn into an apex. If you watch the inside of this corner, you're gonna see right there where those cones are on the inside, we're gonna be using that layout, and it's gonna turn into a makeshift oval. I'm very excited for it. Guys, you do not want to miss that race. The reverse grids are always so awesome. It gives everyone a chance at victory. And a lot easier of a layout. So everyone's in it. Oh, Marlon goes deep. I did see Danny going deep as well. A lot of curb from Dylan. It's going to hamper his exit. Into T1 once more. Moretti still pushing on. Looks like Danny is losing some time in the first couple of corners compared to Marlon Young and Dylan Moretti. Better corner, better chicane, I will say, for him. As they race down the straight, will we see anyone missing the apex? All of them look clean this time. And looks like Dylan able to get a better run. Looks to the outside. That door's going to be closed unless he forces it. He's in the grass. Even Danny's in the grass for a sec, probably watching behind him. Dylan can't get the move done. He tried something. Oh, hard on the brakes. Has he gone deep? Very deep, in fact. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of time, but luckily it's not going to be his car facing the wall or the wrong direction. But Marlon is going to have his chance with Danny Nasir, unless Dylan can close that up in the complex. Gabriel finds purple in the first sector. 7.1 still that gap. He's not really closing it as much as he had hoped to. And there you see that gap. Dylan just falling behind. Just under a second. 125.5, 124.7, 125.2. Even with that mistake. Into the braking zone. There you see Danny Nasir just not as quick as Marlon Young. That's allowed Dylan to close up now. Moranti, good run from him. Both drivers almost off the track side by side now. Who's going to take it? As I go into the next braking zone, Marlon has the inside. Oh, and it's so deep. Marlon goes way too deep. What have you done? Marlon Young, very, very deep. He had the inside. I guess he was just watching his inside mirror. He is falling behind now. Danny Nasir in the grass momentarily. Now Marlon needs to hope that what happened to him happens to Dylan getting held up. Oh, and Danny makes the life a little bit easier. His car drifts wide. Dylan goes through. These are two drivers fighting for that championship 7. Every position matters between them. And Dylan being let through. Finally able to push. Oh, he's running a little bit wide through there. Very, very wide indeed. Danny also doing the same kind of line. It's Marlon who's kind of cutting it to the inside. And can Moranti now put the power down and check out of here? 124.0. Against a 127.4 and a 129.1. It's Marlon's turn now to get past, or if he can get past Danny Nasir. Meanwhile, as we've now hit 9 minutes to go in this race, we look at the gaps. 5.9 seconds. The gap between Gabriel and David. A recovery drive. Gabriel trying to pull off as Marlon Young tries to pull off a similar kind of recovery. In the grass just a little bit. Does he head a little bit wide? Yes, he does. Luca has found Sector 1 purple. Oh, Danny Nasir once again going wide. All the drivers to note, they are all on soft, so the tires are going to be equally worn out for all of them. Danny, oh, once again, more wide. Marlon saw a gap. Oh, has to lock up. Now, around the hairpin. And Danny's going to make that life easier. No, too deep, and they're almost rule oneing. If you get that reference from Rocket League, oh, man, Marlon Young cannot get enough. Oh, hold on a second. The leaders. It's coming up now. as Marlon Young tries to allow himself to go through David now. Through them. Marlon Young waiting for him. Oh, David, that's the move out the way. It's a little bit dangerous to be on the straight there. And there you see, it's everyone coming together now. As there you see Gabrielle as well. A little bit scary from all of them. I see a driver just stopped on the line there. And now everyone is together. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Gabrielle goes around these guys. Dylan has, in fact, checked out. He's gone. I mean, to tell you how far he is, there's Danny as he enters through this part of the track. And Dylan is about to complete this lap, so... yeah, a little far would be an understatement. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. We're gonna go on board with Gabrielle now as we get to see how he can maneuver past these guys. Remember, lap traffic. Between the two. As he gets into the complex, how quicker is he against Marlon Young? Will it hamper his time? Around the final corner, looks a little bit deep, turns it in around the hairpin. 6 minutes to go.
On the strip. I'll let you go into star one.
Marlon Young communicating with Gabrielle. Fair racing between them. Danny Nasir up next. 5.3 the difference in 6 minutes. Can Gabrielle pull it off? .9 now. And he's getting a little bit of a draft as an added bonus. Can we see a late attempt as Danny is gonna get out the way? And he does, just about. And now the race is on. 5 minutes and 22 seconds, and there you see up in the distance, it's David. Gabrielle now. How quick can he get up? Will we see a late race maneuver for that P2 spot? It's coming down to it. Meanwhile, Marlon Young was able to close that gap up since both Danny and Marlon had to let go of those positions. Of course, this is technically your battle for who takes P1, P2 for the start of the next race. Coming across the line now. Into the braking zone. Danny Nasir, a lot of curb for him. Marlon Young watching very closely. His eyes are peeled. Make sure he can capitalize on any mistake that Danny makes. And you see Marlon, he's pushing so much, almost off the track. 4.5 the difference between Gabrielle and P2. Meanwhile, we watch this battle as Danny, maybe a little bit too slow. Into that last corner, Marlon Young not able to capitalize yet. 4 minutes to go. No extra lap in this one. So when that timer expires, that'll be the final lap wherever the leader is. And Marlon really, he'll start to get the effect of the tires. That's one. And then two, that dirty air. But he pushes on. 3 minutes 40 seconds. 4.4 the difference between Gabrielle now. Oh, Danny goes very, very deep. This is a chance for Marlon now to really get under him. Into the hairpin. Don't make that same mistake. You did. Danny hugging the inside. Oh, sliding the rear end. It's allowed Marlon Young to have a little bit of a better exit. Are they side by side? Yes, they are. Danny, a little bit of lag spike for him. They're still side by side on the front straight. Who's the first one to budge? It's going to be Danny on the brakes. Oh, and he goes a little bit too deep. They're still side by side. Marlon Young on the inside. Can Danny Nasir pull a switchback? No, he cannot. Marlon Young takes the move. Can Danny get it on now? Oh, and he slows down. Doesn't keep the throttle pushed. 2 minute 50 to go. Can Danny capitalize, or is that move complete? Oh, Danny very deep. Oh, I think it's done. A mistake from Danny. That happened again. Just like Moranti in the same corner against Marlin. I believe when you have the inside, you should really be the threat to the driver on the outside, but like it's them who's just getting out, who's being outbraked, which is very interesting. Marlon Young not able to push away. Meanwhile, 3.8 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Can he do it? Time is running out for him. But with 2 minutes to go, we are really coming down to the end of this one. Around the final corner. And looks like Danny unable to close up that gap. 1 minute and 45 to go. All eyes are on this man out here. Can he do it? Can Gabriel close that gap up? That little speck in the distance, that is his P2. Unfortunately, though, just not able to close up in time through 1 minute, 30 seconds. Really close now. This gap is 2.8. And I believe, yeah, I don't think Luca's going to get around for a second lap. So when he comes across the line this time around, it should be the final lap because we're now on the 2 to go. We should be on the 2 to go now. Moranti pits? Why has Dylan pit? That is very interesting.
Sorry, I remember.
And there we see Danny Nasir able to get past Marlon again? I don't think Dylan might have had enough fuel. Danny Nasir now has gotten past Marlon Young again. How in the world? I don't know if this is a strategic move if Dylan wants that pole position, but he's sacrificing this points. He's still in the pits. His car is off. He's gonna go down to last. He's out! What is going on? Might have been fuel. It might have been fuel, but now Dylan on the back foot. 5 seconds, that is the timer up. That is so interesting. Final lap for race 1. Remember, one more race coming up. As we watch this battle back here. 2.1 the difference. Gabriel is, I don't think he can do it. They're coming down to the last couple of corners. David has held himself such a solid effort through here. But it's this man, Luca Andretti, as he comes around the final corner. It's 2 for 2 as he wins the first race. Luca Andretti, race 1 goes to him. He wins it at Croft. P2, David, as he comes around the final corner. An excellent result from him. He finishes 2nd. Gabriel can't get it done, though. He's going to finish 3rd. As we look at the final couple of cars around, here we see Marlon Young. He's going to be defending very hard. 1 corner to go for Dylan. He needs a send of a lifetime. Can he do it? Don't think he can. Danny Nasir, as he comes across the line, he's going to finish 4th. Marlon's going to finish 5th just about. Dylan is going to have that reverse grid pole as he finishes last. P6.
Great one, Danny. Great one.
Nice race.
Wow, okay. Good.
I was starting to
good
get a
run,
little bit sweaty, to be honest, in the last few laps.
And there's your race winner, Luca Andretti.
Oh, sorry about the incidents, huh?
That is a very
Well,
interesting
I'm
race.
good already, Marlon. You started against the end there.
I lost concentration. I forget where I was on the track.
Oh, shit. That happened to me a couple of times, too.
That is your race winner. Let's go talk to the drivers in the paddock. All right, awesome race there, guys. Congratulations to your top 3. That was Luca, David, and Gabriel. Starting with you there, Gabriel. Unfortunate turn of events midway through that race with that lag spike, but you had such a good comeback there. 2 seconds to kind of close up there at the very end. Unfortunately, could not get that done, but you finish in third. Gabriel, take it away. How's that one for you?
I mean, everybody has seen what happened. Unfortunate, but hey, that's probably everything. I cannot comment on it.
Fair enough, fair enough. As you head into the race 2 now, this is a reverse grid for you. You're going to be starting in, I believe, P4. So, how are you going to be looking at the start of this one? You're going to be ahead of your 2 rivals behind you. Do you believe that's going to be a good advantage at the start of this one?
Who knows? Maybe the leg spike will be to the front, so I will be out again. We'll see.
Hopefully not, but we'll see in the second race. Good luck on that one. Congratulations on that P3. In P2, yep. David, what a run from you as well. Unfortunately, that lag spike did help you out, which the lag didn't contribute to that race, but you finished P2 regardless. How was that one?
Yeah, I was hoping for a perfect start, which happened. And I was hoping for, for the other 2 to fight, so I could get away. Which was true for like the first 3 laps. And then onwards they started working together, they caught me, then unfortunately the leg spike happened. I wasn't hoping for that to happen. I wanted to have a nice battle with the other 2, but it is what it is. Part of sim racing. And yeah, that was the end. I was starting to get a little bit sweaty seeing what was happening in my rearview mirror. But yeah, P2, so pretty happy about that.
You're going to be starting on the back foot of this one, second to last on the grid. It's going to be an interesting one out there. What do you think the first thing you're going to be looking for in this reverse grid?
Well, probably a good start. I adjusted my gearing for acceleration. I think I'm a little bit lacking in the top speed department, but I'm feeling pretty confident.
Indeed, man. Well, good luck on it. Before I interview P1, you guys are free to leave the server. Race server is going to come up in a minute. Let's just give us a moment. We're going to put that up, and then we're going to head over to our race winner. And what a race one that was. Reverse grid is coming up. This one is going to be really, really interesting. So if you've never seen this championship before, basically in the second race, we not only reverse the grid, we not only change the layout, but P1, P2, P3, everyone gets ballast. All right, so just give me about 2 minutes. We're gonna set up the server. I'll let you guys know when you guys are hopping back in, and then once we get that server up, then we'll go into the interviews. So you guys are free to talk amongst yourselves if you like. So, what a race that was out here. And one more to go. One more to do it here today. This one is going to be 15 minutes of action. Can't wait for it. If you've enjoyed the racing so far, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have already. Just one more to do it. We'll be right back.
Oh, not so long. Not that long. No.
10 minutes.
Well, no,
Session up, session up, session up.
when the session
What?
goes up, the session goes up.
And we are back. Take a look at that map on the right-hand side of your screen. It's now turned into a whole damn oval. The most makeshift oval a 5-year-old can make. Let's go on board with one of these drivers and let's just watch a lap around here. Drivers have 10 minutes to warm this up, so we go racing very soon. And as we let the drivers do a bit of practice, we're just gonna go into the paddock pen right here, just helping out a couple drivers get into the session as well. Making sure everyone is good to go for this race. See the drivers come around onto the front straight. See Danny Nasir sliding through the complex. Now this is a very, very fun layout to go through. So you get hard into the braking zone right here. Then onto the straight. It's 45-second lap times. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this one. Reverse grid, different layout, and this is gonna be good. This is definitely gonna be a good one, that's for sure. Here we see pit exit is very spicy. That's why we're not doing any pit stops for this one, as we saw almost a collision coming from the two drivers. So far, Andretta, fastest time out here, but of course these times don't matter. It's a warm-up session. 5 minutes. So we get this one underway. For the final race. Who is going to take it? This one is going to be so interesting. You see, look how close Andretti gets to the barriers there. And Moranti actually fastest, a 1:45.7. Of course, all the drivers have weight, so Andretti has the most amount of weight and Moranti has the least amount of weight, so even then, Luca able to go a tenth, just slower than him. So in theory, all the drivers now, according from race 1, that should be the order, just backwards. In terms of the weight, that is the theory, but these drivers somehow are still fast. It really promotes something very interesting. So Danny also has a bit of weight on him for finishing that P4 as well. Of course, we can't forget when Moranti had that famous battle with himself and Justin Nasir in the final race at Alton Park in the reverse. That was a really good one to watch, that's for sure. As the drivers come around, it's really not that much to talk about for this track, other than the fact that we've cut out basically the entirety of sectors 2 and 3. But we've kept the front straight, and the first 4 turns, 6 turns, all accurate. But yeah, we're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this warm-up, the grid is already set as Gabrielle goes quickest. 45.5. Then we get a 45.6. It's almost like that weight penalty is just barely affecting them. We take a look at these weight penalties. Can we see it on here? Yes, we can. So you see 15, 15, 25, 25, 8, 8, 18, 18, 12, 12, 10, 10. So you see all the weight mixing up together. Of course, some of these drivers have the chance to practice this layout offline, but it was not hosted online. Did you see a car going sideways? Yes, I did. It's Gabrielle off track. And essentially blocking the whole final turn. Oh, tags. Luca Andretti. Probably going to take that one to the pits. Oh, Danny has also parked it. Just 3 drivers.
Wait, how much liters for one track? Okay, so 13, so 1.3.
We hear the drivers.
Put it to the calculator, guys. .2. Put it.
That's the drivers putting in the last couple of warm-ups. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Or 10 of you guys watching the stream, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe, hit that like if you're enjoying the racing so far. The reverse grid is the best racing. It's so entertaining. It's so entertaining. I love it. You guys are free to, after the stream, go watch back this original championship and the storyline we had through here. It was just any man's game at the end, but it was Sean Lee pulling off his best Kimi Räikkönen impression out of nowhere in 2007 and 2023 to take home the championship.
Oh, I forgot the brake!
Serious one. A lot of drivers out here supporting David. It's currently in P4 with a 46.1. But of course, he'll be starting... Yeah. Is this grid actually accurate? No, it's not. It's going to be Dylan in P1.
Oh, you stay away,
Marlon P2. Marlon P2, Danny P3, David P4, so he's going to stay the same place. Gabrielle P5.
Luca.
And Luca P6.
You said he wasn't going to be talking much. So he's probably doing something.
But 23 seconds left to go. Ooh, that curb exit. Take a look at that. That's
bouncy.
That's bare concrete.
Don't touch the dirt.
Not even dirt.
Hey, got the racing line.
All right. Timer has expired.
Gracias.
Gets into this one now. The David support is real, so you see Gabriel flashing his headlights to Moranti. Drivers putting their final times. Danny's gonna take that one into the pits.
Beautiful.
Got it too tight.
Oh my.
Don't do that during the race. It will hurt the car.
You don't do that. Why me? Yo. Or I mean, do that, but tell me in advance, you know.
Yes, yes. I'll give you a warning.
Yeah, so do that, but yeah, just give me a heads up.
Oh boy, there they go dancing again.
Oh my god, I'm getting so dizzy while jumping up and down.
See, I should have put a craft rate for this. They're so excited. Oh, all the Audis are so excited to get this race underway. We're just a minute to go for the reverse grid. 15 minutes of action coming your way. What does the driver look like in here? Oh my goodness, it is so... Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. I'm already getting dizzy as well. You can just watch them from the outside. They're so excited. They're so happy. Well, 33 seconds left to go. The driver's gonna be lined up on the grid up here. The flagman's gonna wave us off. I think... No, he's got some cool lights to go with it. That's always green. All right, here we go. The grid's gonna be lined up in front of us. Momentarily, it's race 2 of the 2023 Kirby Motor Racing Sim Club Race of Champions, and it is next. This is it. The final race of the evening, folks. 15 minutes. Action-packed racing coming to you live in just about 52 seconds. It's a different grid lineup we have around here. As we look it up, it's Dylan Moranti on pole, followed by Marlon Young, Danny Nasir, Gabrielle, David, and Luca Andretta. As the drivers rev up their engine, here we go. The reverse grid about to get underway, and with ballots as well. All under them. Short track. Who is going to take it all here? 25 seconds now. Place your predictions right now. I already know some people are going to be saying David. Some people are going to be saying Gabrielle. Because in about 10 seconds, it'll be all off the table. Votes closing up now. Let's sound them off. Good luck to them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 lights. For the second time, we go racing here at Croft. A great start there from the drivers in the line.
Oh my
so
God.
many cars. And there you see the top 3 all going through. Looks like David onto the inside. Has he gotten the lead there? Yes, he has. It's a dream start once again. Danny relegated in the back. Luca trying to fight away.
What the hell is David again in front of me?
That is crazy! What a start from David! He's nailed the start! Moranti on the inside of Marlon Young.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness, let's get this one underway! Into the braking zone now. And now we get into the new part of this track. Hard on the brakes for each of them. Oh, and it's contact! Marlon!
I'm so sorry. Go,
Sending
go, go.
it!
Trying.
And there we see Danny Nasir. Oh, don't tell me it's 3 wide in the background! 2 races in a row. We get some 3 wide racing in the foreground. Gabrielle to the inside, on the outside, I should say. Gets around, swooped in. David falling behind. Luca. Can he time it? No, he cannot. Gabrielle's gonna get that move done before anything has happened. I think Luca's gonna want to get past David, making sure there's no lag spikes for him. This is a short race for them, but what a start! The top 3 just unable to get the power down. On the inside, Luca, can he get around? David, oh, it's tight. Oh, and he gets it done. Luca up into P2. Wow, background now, there we see 3/10 the difference. Marlon Young chasing down Danny Nasir. Look at the slipstream. It's closing up. Does he send it from back here? It's going to be ballsy. Doesn't do it. Backs out. Back up the front now. David's going to want to keep very close to them. Moranti also wanting to be up there as well. Hopping over the curbs. They all go. Danny Nasir really fighting now to try to keep ahead. Down through the gears. Marlon Young goes. Oh, Danny missing out on the apex. It's going to allow Marlon Young to close up again. Hustling the Audi A4. And similarly to last lap, doesn't look like he'll be able to get that one done. Oh, Danny, though, he has left the door open. Oh, very much open. And Marlon's going to go through. Danny Nasir making a mistake into 1. Yeah, man, we can't help the camera switching. There's just so much action going on. Early on in this race, we can't help it. David now trying to close up. What has happened to Gabrielle? He says, oh no, for a second.
Mistake.
Looks like they might have missed out on the apex. Meanwhile, Moranti is faster than David at the moment, that past lap. Go on board with Dylan. There we see that gap, 2 seconds as he's trying to close that up. 1.1 the difference. Luca is closing up to Gabrielle. How are we gonna get ourselves a good fight out here? That tire barrier in the final corner is definitely going to kill someone. I'm not telling you that much. It's definitely going to catch someone off guard. I hope it doesn't. So what we got right now is such a good race. The top 4, very close with each other. 5th and 6th, unfortunately, fighting a lot. Marlon Young and Danny Nasir having their own little battle. Hopping over the curbs. Under a second, Luca Andretta is to Gabrielle Cheek. As he really hustles the Audi. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. It's a very, very short race. And with even shorter lap times. That thing is scaring me. Yeah, that tire barrier is absolutely horrifying. If you look at Dylan, look how close he gets to the tire barrier. It's crazy. Somebody's going to hit it. And I don't know who. Who's going to be the first to bite? We saw it at the end of practice. Just there. That anything can happen. But it is close out here. Next week out, we go to South Dakota Circuit. It's the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship, where
David's lagging
finally
again.
make our return. Copy. Oh, as he is lagging. Oh, boy. They see that car is drifting just a bit. Doing his best Tokyo Drift impression. Yeah, ping has gone down. So yeah, next week out, the Grand Prix of South Dakota. We head to Guyana, the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. We do what we were supposed to do 1 year ago. Last year's Race of Champions were unable to do so. Had to cancel that event, but we're going to be running it back. It is going to be the Radical Caribbean Cup at the classic layout of South Dakota. You do not want to miss that one next week out. It's going to be very similar to this kind of racing. Radicals on a very short track, 38-second lap times. You don't want to miss that out. Club racing on some very quick machinery. Very awesome coming up. That's going to be next week. Week after that, we're going to be going GT3 racing in Austria. Very, very fun lineup coming up as we close out the year with this amazing championship showcasing the best of the best. Luca Andretti, meanwhile, as he pushes so hard, he clips through the gravel momentarily. He's pushing a little too hard, I would say. Gabriel is just in his zone right now. Not to mention, Gabriel is on VR. Racing is one thing. Racing in VR and AC, it's just another thing. Gabriel, though, is absolutely dominating this one, looking to get his first race win in 3 career starts here at CMRSC. A very good record to have, I will say. There you see, ooh, has Moranti hit the wall, or was that just a little bit of that exit being very bumpy? 45.4 gets a 45.7, 45.6. Wow, okay, Luca is pushing. 1.4 the difference. Finding his feet now in this one. 7 minutes, 45 seconds to do it. As they zoom past our screens here. Hard on the brakes, down into second gear. Into the final corner once more. How daring do you want to get to that curb in that tire wall? Meanwhile, David now, oh my goodness, he is just nose planted. Yeah, just caught that. David nose planting into the ground for a second. I really hope that lag does not take effect in this battle, as Dylan really does not need that right now in this championship, especially the fact that Luca right now is in P2. If Moranti could finish in P3, that'd be very good for him. So far, so good from the drivers. As a ping of 177 goes against David's name. 45.3 from the leader, gets a 45.4 from P2. That's a 46.1 and then a 45.9. So Dylan is faster, and then Luca is in fact also faster than Gabriel. Well, they're basically just trading times between the top two, but it looks like Luca is starting to fall behind in this rivalry. Unfortunately, Gabriel, with a kind of a mid-start to this championship at the Lausitzring, really put him on the back foot for this series. But he could use that chance to drop that race, and he could potentially be finding this championship if Luca also finds himself on the end of not so good of a race result. 0.8 the difference, though, as we see both top two drivers putting in identical lap times. 5 minutes 35 seconds to go. This race has gone by so quickly in this one. How close can you get there, Dylan? And how daring do you get to the rear end of David's car? So we have seen that lag hamper these two guys. It's really slowing them down. Danny putting in a personal best as well. So we get into the 5 minute mark. 1.6 between the top two once more. There we see Dylan's just getting closer to that tire barrier than David. 2/10 slower. Luca was that last lap as well. 4 minute 50 left in this race. Oh, so deep. Oh my God, Dylan is pushing so much. In fact, he's just running over that curb into the gravel, and it's slowing him down as well. If he can like clean that up, he would be so much more closer. 0.6 though. 6.87. on the straight once more. We still watch this battle. It's our closest we have on track. David's gonna have a really hard time defending this one. Moranti now on him. Oh, there we see a couple moves being made. And oh my goodness, what was that camera angle? I did not do anything. That's very weird. We are losing a couple of camera angles. Interestingly. And ooh, take a look at this. Danny Nasir has gotten past Marlon Young, who's retiring it. And that's going to be his race complete. He has completed 75% of this one, so it's going to count. But unfortunately, Marlon Young is not going to see to the checkered flag.
Was that car standing there?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Oh, David's lag. Oh my god, I'm inside David.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Engine toast.
Engine toast from Marlon
Boy.
Young.
That was something.
Both of them hit the Yui and they're back on track. Oh my goodness. So much action coming to the end of this one. Marlon Young has blown the motor. And Moranti, quote unquote,
That was a bit
I am
of a
inside you. Oh my goodness, that was chaotic. We just saw a glimpse of it. Both drivers. That was pretty cool though. They both like hit the Yui, got right back on circuit. Moranti is running out of time though. Unfortunately, that lag has struck back once more. We are gonna have that. We're gonna make sure that is fixed before we get to the next week out at South Dakota. That was a little bit scary as they come around. Oh my god, a little bit more lag for a second. Even our leaderboard is going crazy. 2.1 though. Luca unfortunately not able to close this gap up. And look at this, but Dylan is. If he can get past David, that would be huge for him. Oh,
David's
there he
going,
goes.
man. Jesus.
Yeah, it is just chaotic here.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, hopefully we try to see it through to the end. They're so close, just 2 minutes. .45s from the top two once again. Dylan, not the best of exits. 1 minute 45 to go. And counting. Unfortunately, we have lost one driver, Marlon Young. He's blown the engine. It's a bit of a shame for him, but he has completed 75% of this race, so he is going to keep that one alive in the points, so he's still going to score. Meanwhile, Dylan's still looking for a way to get past. And the time really counting down. That final podium spot looms between these two drivers. Oh, look how close he gets. David losing the apex. Around the final corner. I would love to see a drag race to the front straight between these two guys on the final lap. Whoever gets that last corner correct. Oh, driver's off the track!
Go, go, go.
Dylan is going to
Oh my god.
let go of the position. Knowing that that was just a send a little too deep, and there you see him drifting once more. And I think that battle might be a little... It might be over from there. And oh! Ultra Instinct. Where'd he go? There he is. That's a bit unfortunate there. But one lap to do it out here, I believe. Yes, one more to go. They're on the final lap. Unless Gabriel makes a costly mistake, we might see his first career win in the bag. 5 seconds. And that is it. One to go as we're on the final lap. In this one, Gabriel looking good. 1 corner to navigate. Don't hit that tire barrier. He doesn't, clears it. Gabriel, congratulations! You're a race winner! At CMRSC, he takes it at race 2 at Croft Circuit. Luca is going to take home P2. For him, that championship gap continues to extend. David is going to survive it.
The first
And he's going to
track
take
could have been
home
the same.
That race win.
Yeah, the first part.
Yeah,
That
close
last
as
corner,
well.
David
I
wins
was so unfamiliar with that.
that
last
fight
corner.
against
I kept
Moranti,
on going
P3.
wide or.
Dylan, P4, Danny, Nasir. Nobody to fight with as he comes around the final quarter. Marlon had blown the engine, so Danny's gonna finish P5. What a race that was. Comes across the line. Now, that is it complete. And there's your drivers.
The temps are
Yeah.
colder, but I completely forgot.
I'm just running the exact same one as well.
Yeah, me too. I just realized on the warm-up that my tires are colder, like 1 psi lower. Also the pressure, so... Let me try to drift this.
I'm dead to
I
it.
cannot even drift it. What?
There we see the other two drivers who were battling so hard. What a fight that was. Oh, that was a lot of fun. That was a fun race out there to watch. Congratulations, that was a fun one to your top 3. Start off with P3 there. David, an excellent defensive drive there from you against Moranti. A little bit of lag as well, unfortunately, but you finished on the podium. How was that?
Very exciting. Yeah, I was definitely lacking some top speed, so I was focusing especially on my exits and the corners, as well as breaking the toe on the main straight. And yeah, a little bit of lag. That one ran off in the first corner. But yeah, P3, I'm happy with what I've done. And yeah.
Yeah, awesome, man.
That's about it.
Yeah, we do have to work on that internet, making sure that one's good. But that was such a great drive from you in both races and this second one. Good defensive race from you there, and congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
And P2, Luca, that was a great race from you there. We'll talk about your race win in a second, but we'll talk about this one right now because you were really pushing your absolute hardest. Unfortunately, could not get the job done in the second one, but how was that regardless?
No, it was a good race. I mean, we had a good start. I mean, I saw David and Gabriel just send it off into the distance, and I stuck with them. But yeah, once I got into the fight with David, Gabriel pulled away a bit, and once I was out of the slipstream, there's just no way I was going to catch back up. Because me and Gabriel were running pretty similar pace.
Yeah, you guys were running almost identical lap times as you came to the end of that one. Do you think this will be definitely a rivalry that's starting to brew between you two?
Oh no, it's definitely going to be a rivalry. I mean, today I've had so much stuff going on, but we'll see next week.
That was awesome, man. And let's just quickly brief through that race one. You do deserve it. That was an excellent race win from you there. Any comments on it?
I mean, it was a shame because of the lag, definitely. I mean, I had a bad start as well, start of the race. I found it really fun having the train of the 3 cars, all top 3, and we were just fighting. I mean, me and Gabriel were fighting, and David was pulling away. I said to him, let's work together, let's catch up. I know we're both quicker. So we did that, and then yeah, Gabriel just got taken out by David, and I mean, yes, it's a win in the books, but it's not a win in my heart.
Yeah, I can understand that when you guys are fighting so close, and it ends up being, you know, the end of that kind of battle. Unfortunately, is a result of lag, but you still had such a good race, and especially in that race too, it was very good to see you come up through the order. What a start as well from the back foot through there. Take us through the start of that second race.
Oh man, I mean, I went as smooth as I could on the clutch with the maximum amount of acceleration, and with lots of people were just much slower on the start, and I think might have dumped the clutch a bit too quickly, and I just zoomed past like maybe half the grid, and then it was just about not crashing 200 people and just getting in front.
Indeed, man. Well, you extend that championship gap both in the Championship 7 and in the series. Congratulations, P2 and P1 on that on this day, and can't wait to see what you do next week.
Thank you.
And in P1, 3 starts and you got it done. Gabrielle, congratulations, your first career win here. That was an awesome result there. Take us through it.
Well, I'm very happy to have this win, especially against these guys who are experienced sim racer. I just was racing for fun, and I was looking for a league, and then I joined, had a bit of practice, and yeah, I'm really happy that I could win.
Take us through this race in particular. You started second to last, and you managed to shoot up into second in an almost identical race 1 start. But take us through this one.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know that you can start with a clutch here. So the first race, that's why I lost from pole position, the 2 places, or I mean 1 place. I don't even remember, because I didn't know that you can start with a clutch faster. And this was for the first time I used the clutch, was better. Yeah, I started faster, but still David just shot off. And then we were side by side. I did not take him out. I'm not a dirty driver like some of these guys think. So hopefully I proved it that that was just one occurrence on the last race. And yeah, I'm really happy. Then I overtook David as fast as I could, and then yeah, pulled a gap to Luca, and then I was just managing the pace, not risking it. Even I got the fastest lap, so really happy about it. But then I was just trying to be consistent, not hit the wall on the last turn, and yeah, I'm really pleased with the result.
Pleased with the result indeed, and yeah, you definitely shut up all those haters who said you are not the safest of drivers, and you proved it out here today. That was an amazing, excellent result there. Congratulations, and can't wait to see what you do in the future, and especially in the championship. That rivalry is brewing up.
Yeah, I will check the replay, so how it looked from the outside, my driving today, my fighting with the guys. So hopefully I was not dirty, and yeah, I tried to keep it clean.
Looked good, man. Congratulations on that race win.
Thank you very much.
All right, you guys are free to stay in the voice chat if you want to continue talking to amongst yourselves and the other drivers, but we're going to close off the stream here, and you guys are free to leave the voice chat. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Excellent racing out here, despite a bit of a turnout, but next week, South Dakota, always a popular track with a lot of our drivers. So yeah, you're definitely going to see a little bit of a better turnout through there. And that practice session is going to be going up in a couple seconds, so just be ready for it. And we'll see you next week. Great race. And yeah, we're going to close off the stream now. And what an event that was. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this week here at Croft Circuit for the British Touring Car Championship, the BTCC Legends Championship. Next week out, it is the Radical Caribbean Cup with a special race in the beginning. We're going to be, of course, hosting the Jeff Nasir Memorial Race. That is going to be announced very soon. But it's going to be 2 races. But, of course, that first race is not going to be decided for points. Just a memorial race that we do every year. So, some action coming up next week out. That Radical Caribbean Cup race was also supposed to be hosted last year's Race of Champions. But, unfortunately, it was cut off the calendar just last minute. So, can't wait to see what we get this year out. Next week, don't miss out. Short track racing as well. If you love this race, next week is going to be right up your alley. Don't miss it. That is going to do us out here for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will see you next week out at South Dakota.
Into the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows